Hi. Okay, so I have a message for you. There's some channel energy coming through. If you've never seen me before, hello, my name is Stasia. I read energy, and the energy is still pretty quiet today. But what I'm getting is that there's this energy of like manifestation. There's also this energy of God giving you what you asked for. So, and they're saying to tell you that it's not good or bad or right or wrong. I think that we live in this dichotomy. Y'all gonna have to fact check my words because they come to me as I'm like channeling the energy, and a lot of times I gotta go and I'm like, I hope that made sense. And my spirit guides are always like, what do you mean? Of course it made sense. Like, we're talking, you're not talking. Anyway, um, so you may be someone who also channels. You may be someone who channels but are unaware that you're channeling. I'm getting that too. They said stay focused. Okay. So the message is there are things that you have asked for. There are experiences that you've asked for, but I feel like you've asked for those things out of a previous version of who you were. And there's a need for you to cut cords to those things or clear your energetic field around those things. And they're saying that you want to cut the cord for those on every layer, level, and dimension. That you want to release the narratives, release the contracts, release the agreements that you've made previously. That you've made previously from a different like aspect of part of who you were, right? So it's like this is something. Wow, something doesn't want me to say this. This is something where maybe you're like, oh, I want to do this when I grow up, or I want to be this person. Everything is there are some blocks in words today. It's not blocks. It just feels like it's like I can hear the message here, but I'm not connecting to it. Like I can sense it and I can hear it. I don't know how to explain this because it probably sounds crazy, but there's some sort of block. Maybe you're experiencing some sort of block. But the energy is more like say you're like, oh, I want to be a millionaire, right? This is a very common one. I want to be a millionaire. So then you're going through all these different experiences with your money, with holding a certain amount of money, with losing money, with how to be responsible, with how to be accountable, and you're not understanding where you feel like God is missing the message. Like, did God hear me tell them that I wanted to be rich? And God is like, of course I heard you say that, but in the frequency in which you hold money right now, that's not a frequency that holds wealth. And if I put you into that position, you're not going to be successful at it. And so it's like they're taking you through an obstacle course, or like it feels like that, like you're having to jump through hoops and like play on monkey bars and do all these things in order, but you're feeling like God didn't understand. It's like, I don't think he understood the assignment, you know? And God is saying, of course they understood the assignment, but you don't understand the fact that they have to get you into alignment with the assignment. And so there could be a lot of experiences that are coming up, and they're saying that you don't have to necessarily carry out the karma, or like, you know, that you can clear it, with like meditation, with prayer, with Reiki, with the energetic cutting of it from your core and your being and your energetic field and emotional and mental, that you can cut those things out, and you don't have to call them up one by one. Like, what was that one thing I said I wanted? God knows all. They're just saying that you have to release that request from like your basket is what I'm hearing. Like, so You could, like, a lot of times we don't even know that the reason why we exist and the reason why we come back and the reason why our souls are coming back is often because we've asked for so many things. We've asked, oh, now they're bringing my attention. This is okay. Now they're bringing my attention to something else where it's like, often when I see people on like death row, or I see people who get really long jail sentences, I'm always like, ooh, you got to fight that. Like, don't just sit complacent in it, because then you'll come back many lives to complete this jail sentence, or this, like, you have 3 lifetimes. Like, your soul will come back and feel in confinement. Your soul will come back and do things to put itself back in a predicament because it agreed to sit for lifetimes. And so it's that type of energy where it's like, you also have the power to remove yourself and realign yourself to the things that it is that you want now. But you have to do that with some intention and some work. And the work is really easy. It's just, it's just intentional and cutting the cords and working from an energetic perspective. But that is what they're saying. And so I feel like maybe there are things that feel clunky, like, I want love. And God is like, but you don't love yourself. So let me take you through experiences so that you can learn to love yourself, because we can only love another as deeply as we love ourselves, right? Which is why we end up in these shallow situations. And they're also not saying that doesn't mean that you don't get love, but maybe you're not with the person that you're supposed to be with at that frequency, because you have all of these other relational things to go through with other people to learn lessons about loving yourself, what you expect, your boundaries, how you communicate, trust, faith, intimacy is all coming up. So the whole time, the message is to clear your karma, clear your agreements, your contractual agreements, your verbal agreements, your mental agreements that are stuck in your energetic field that may be causing friction, that were created from a previous version of who you were and what you knew at that point that don't fit now. I love you.